Imagine a community backpedaling on a precious resource while grappling with a heat wave. This isn't just any ordinary situation, but a pressing crisis that residents of Porter Ranch and Granada Hills are currently facing. In an urgent plea to the community, Los Angeles officials are asking locals to forego flushing toilets and watering lawns as they work tirelessly to address a days-long water service disruption. If residents ignore this advice, they risk prolonging the restoration of their water supply. This troubling incident began when a critical valve designed to regulate water flow into these neighborhoods broke on Tuesday, cutting off services for about 9,200 households right when temperatures were soaring into the high 90s and low 100s. To complicate matters, the situation developed just as the summer heat wave intensified, putting additional stress on residents who were already struggling. Just a day after the valve failure, the Los Angeles Department of Water and Power, DWP, issued a warning for residents in parts of Porter Ranch and Granada Hills to boil their water before use. This precaution was advised due to concerns about possible stomach or intestinal illnesses, which can arise from consuming contaminated water. Fast forward to Friday morning. Some customers were pleased to discover that their water service had been reinstated. However, officials from the DWP cautioned that those with running water should still refrain from using it. As repair crews diligently dug a deep pit to reach the broken valve, additional teams were busy filling and pressurizing a large water tank that feeds these communities. Unfortunately, the pressure in the tank dropped overnight, showing that extensive water usage was compromising restoration efforts. We are very concerned that if people continue to use the water that is coming out of their faucets today, it is going to delay the ability of the Los Angeles Department of Water and Power to get the line back and restored, stated LA Mayor Karen Bass at a Saturday press conference. She emphasized the urgency of the situation, underscoring how vital it is for everyone to cooperate during this unprecedented crisis. On August 6th, DWP teams were actively working to meet the area's water demands while ensuring proper flow through the distribution system, with hopes of fully resolving the issues by the early hours of Monday morning. City Council member John Lee added, "I know after 2 days of not having water, when we see that water starting to drip back into our faucets, it's easy to assume everything is fine. However, we need to boost that pressure." DWP General Manager Janice Quiñones expressed a target goal of restoring full system functionality by 3 a.m. Monday, but reiterated that success was contingent on the pressure levels, which were inherently linked to how much water residents were consuming. As of Saturday afternoon, a tank that is supposed to serve the area was only about 20% filled, a notable decrease from 27% just hours earlier. This drop, according to Quiñones, was directly attributed to residential water usage, which she likened to the equivalent of 776,000 toilet flushes disappearing during high-demand periods. Residents in the affected areas noted their concern regarding compliance, mentioning that some neighbors seemed to be continuing to use water as usual. Local resident Robert Morris raised his voice on KTLA TV, stating, "Where I'm at, they're not adhering to the rules. They're still watering the grass. They're making it hard on them. They're trying to fix it." Meanwhile, several nearby restaurants capitalized on social media, announcing they would continue operating by utilizing bottled water and making arrangements for ice deliveries. Quiñones assured that her department was attempting to pinpoint which businesses were still receiving water from an unaffected supply source. Shortly after the DWP's desperate call for water conservation, an issue arose when a coupling on a temporary pipe devised to push water into the overwhelmed system failed, creating a geyser that shot water into the streets of Granada Hills. While DWP crews had planned to start draining the water from the damaged pipe later that evening, the mishap occurred prior to that timeline, leading to increased frustration over the repairs. Jesse Johnson, a spokesperson for the DWP, termed the incident an unfortunate predicament that would cause delays, though, she assured, these would likely only extend by a matter of hours, rather than days. The saga of the water outage began amidst efforts to work on a pump station that collaborates with the water tank for those neighborhoods. A pivotal water control valve broke, ceasing the flow to a main 54-inch pipe feeding the area. In the wake of this crisis, DWP has committed to working round the clock to not only replace the valve, but also to push water back into the system. The repair tasks are particularly daunting as they require crews to dig 20 feet underground and maneuver carefully around essential infrastructure. Remarkably, they have already excavated about 85% of the required area and have begun hand digging around the valve to protect nearby oil pipelines, fiber optic lines, and gas lines. As part of the community's response, the DWP has set up 5 designated locations where residents can access showers, laundry facilities, and bottled water. Holly Burnson Memorial Park, 20500 Cesnan Boulevard, Porter Ranch. Distribution of bottled water, recycled water, restrooms, showers, and mobile laundry units from 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. O'Melveny Park, 1800 Cesnan Boulevard, Granada Hills. Bottled water and recycled water distribution, along with restrooms from 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. Intersection of Tampa Avenue and Cesnan Boulevard. Accessed, or is it a tough call, considering the discomfort they've endured? Drop your thoughts and feelings in the comments below. Let's discuss.